Hello and welcome yet again to another episode here at the Cardboard Cave podcast. And today we're going to be talking about the foundation previews that since Magic Con Las Vegas, we've been getting so many previews of this upcoming set that will be part of standard for, if I'm not mistaken, it's for around 6 years that there will be a rotation for all of these cards. So we're going to talk about like the reprints. We're not going to talk about all of them, but we're going to talk the ones that we really liked to see, and probably potential decks that we will see right again with all these reprints that are popping out. So today we're going to go ahead and present all of the other hosts of this amazing podcast. But before anything, remember, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, comment below what are your favorite reprints, and as well, if you guys want to spice up your commander, go to ultrasleeves.com/cardboardcave or user code cardboardcave to get 10% off your discount. It's really easy. Everything is down below in the description that you guys can check us out, all of our social media, and as well everything and anything magic related. So let's go ahead and present the rest of the team. And here we go. The master of the dark arts, the one and only JP.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, JP? How are you doing?
I'm doing so much better.
That's good. I'm still fighting a little sickness that I got. But we're doing fine, I guess. I don't know. 2 days ago, I was Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. And then let's go ahead and as well present our favorite director that in the most recent film festival, he won an award as best editor in a couple of short films. So here we go. We have our favorite director, Ale Orengo.
Yo, hi. See, it's spooky season.
I guess I can say spooky season always in my background.
Yeah, you're always dark.
Yeah, don't worry. Probably in the future I'll add a little bit of color, but not yet because I was going to put like I'm collecting. I know people like to collect Hot Wheels, the big ones, but Hot Wheels has another line that are like tuned, like cartoonish cars. Real life cars, but like in small form.
Yeah.
So my wife bought me one, and I said like that one needs a friend, and then that friend needs another friend. Yes. But why not have the whole set?
Exactly.
So
it
all right.
Starts.
Huh?
That's how it starts.
I'm around 6 now, and the other thing that I'm super proud of that I finished it. It's been in my office, sealed for a long time, but my wife got me another one, so I got a sealed one and an open one. But I got to finish this. I'm super happy about it.
Nice.
Super happy about it. But guys, let's go ahead and talk about Foundation. Foundation is a set that will be part of standard because Wizard of the Coast wants to make the format a little bit much more accessible for players, and I think it's a great idea. But one of the things is that they mentioned that they're going to be making this set, and this set will include a lot of reprints that will last, if I'm not mistaken, is 6 years, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I think it's 5.
It's 5? Okay, so yeah, well, my bad, listeners or viewers. So it's 5 years. So they have been we've got a couple of reprints at the start from around August. They announced a couple of reprints and a couple of cards. And on June, when they presented the set, we had a couple of familiar cards that we've seen throughout Magic history. But officially, since Magic Con, we've been getting more and more previews, and we're still getting more and more previews from this upcoming set. So on October 21st, these are the ones that they have announced. In some of them have been repeated, but others, like the Planeswalkers, have now full art form.
Yeah.
And here you go. Here are the cards right here. We have a Johnny Call of the Pride, Vivian Reed, and Liliana Dreadhorde General. I love the full art. The full art looks beautiful.
Yeah.
So these are the starting cards that they have already presented to us, but in full art form and in different artwork. So it's really great that we're getting some planeswalkers as well as part of the whole ensemble for Foundation. So these are the ones that are coming up next. We have a couple of, I think that I don't know if there's going to be new cards in this set. It,
Yes,
A
there's a
bunch.
lot of new
A
cards.
there's a
bunch of
lot of
new
new
cards.
cards. So
Yep.
okay, so I'm not wrong. So
No.
um
It's basically a lot of callbacks to like Magic's history, like the Arabo, the first Fang, obviously sort of
yeah,
referential to
I've noticed that there's a couple of cards that are like going back to Magic's history, but with a new look and with new effects.
and power creep because that's Magic now. It's just power
Yeah,
creep.
it is. It is. So guys, out of these seven cards, is there any of these that you guys want to at least highlight, like that we can move forward to the next upcoming cards?
I just want to highlight that a lot of these Planeswalker cards and
Mm-hmm.
these reprints it'll be the first time that they are played together in standard at the same time.
Yeah.
So a lot of
Okay.
previously good standard cards that had their own archetypes
Mhm.
might have even more to work with, or even different just different archetypes to have fun with. I remember when the Liliana Dreadhorde General came out, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people just slam her down as a finisher, and her static ability at being able to draw a bunch of cards.
Mhm.
I feel like that's even more relevant now that Rakdos sacrifice has been a common theme across the past few several standards, or at least the cards that ended up being in Rakdos sacrifice for Pioneer have come from the last few standards.
Mhm.
Yep, I agree. Um,
There's a
so
lot
at
of
least.
cutesy cards. So
Mhm.
like there's Bloodthirsty Conqueror. If you go scroll up, it's a
I
creature.
don't,
It's a
I don't,
five
I
five
don't,
for five. Huh?
I don't think that's cutesy. Yet. I think
It's
I'm
cutesy.
pretty sure that has a legit deck.
That has a, but I'm saying cutesy as in like, oh look, we're referencing that card. It's a
Yeah,
creature now. You know what I mean? Like, and there's a
it's like
couple like that.
you can
Mhm.
have two combos because you have the creature and the enchantment.
And by the way, I
Uh,
did notice that there's a couple of these cards in Jumpstart that they aim to kind of like have built around. So like the aforementioned Bloodthirsty Conqueror that obviously has a deck that has a place, but you
Hmm.
have like Maze's End, for example. This is
yeah,
janky, but
yeah.
it's a cute way to like build a maybe a low budget competitive standard deck if it has enough pieces going forward. I mean, in the next 5 years, there should be enough cards to make it a viable strategy. There's also there's a couple of win cons. There's the cat one, the one where you trade it to the opponent or something and you try to win with
A
them.
harmless offering.
Harmless offering.
Hmm.
There's stuff like that in this set that kind of like alludes to ideas of like, oh, you can kind of like build this and you might be able to win with this kind of janky sort of card. And there's a couple of those like that. So
Well,
it's interesting.
Bloodthirsty Conqueror, I feel like is a legit deck because there's
Mhm.
a Bloomburrow Bat that whenever you gain life, each opponent loses one life, and
Oh
it
yeah.
has Offspring,
Mhm.
and that's a 2 mana card.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So alongside Bloodthirsty Conqueror, that's infinite. You
Mhm.
got Enduring Tenacity. I'm pretty sure Sanguine Bond and is gonna be in standard. A Veto is also, I'm pretty sure, reprinted as well. I think it's
Mhm.
like the redundancy. I think the only piece you're looking for is consistently the Bloodthirsty Conqueror, and the
Yeah.
deck can be pretty damn easy to like make.
And there's demonic
Yeah.
pact too. I just noticed there's a couple there's
There's a
Darksteel
couple.
Colossus, which is
Yeah.
sort of a build around. There's a 7 mana Eldrazi that has 7 keywords and it's a 7/7. It's kind of like it's crazy. Like there's some interesting cards here
Hmm.
that could present themselves for potential decks, but potential build arounds. Herald of the Eternal Dawn. It's a 7 drop for 6 mana. It has flash flying. You can't lose the game. Your opponents can't win the game. Like I said, there's a lot of referential cards from throughout Magic's history. There's Day of Judgment, which is kind of strong to have it in standard too.
Yeah, it is.
I'm pretty sure like yes, I understand 4 mana is really good, but there's a 5 mana one that's is really strong right now.
You mean Fumigate?
No, no, no.
No. For me,
Because Fumigate is as well reprinted in Foundation.
There's a few. It's like,
there's a few.
feel
There's a few.
there's just
It's
a bunch
clearly
of
like the
cards.
building blocks for
Mhm.
standard.
We can have standard elves now.
Look, look. There's demonic pack right there. That's the
Yeah,
one
demonic
that's
pack.
offering build around.
There's the rest, which is obviously something you need. I'm assuming the
Mhm.
disenchant. These are like basic cards that you kind of need to
The
make
Elvish
like.
Arc Druid means is a reprint means that
Mhm.
that's a pioneer card now.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep, and that's gonna be scary for Pioneer.
One of the things that I did like is the full art basics. They all highlight like a different planeswalker or
Mhm.
character from Foundation. I love them all.
Yeah.
My favorite is the one with Chandra. I need like 30 just for shits and giggles. Yeah, Harmon Suffering. Here we go.
Armor
There's
Suffering.
the
That new angel is pretty nutty
Mhm.
for
hmm
commander.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, one
Fast
of the things
flying
that I've
camels.
noticed is that most of the new cards as well lean into Commander. So it's like the situation that always happens that they say that this is for a certain format, but you still find cards for
Yeah.
Commander.
I can't
You
believe
know,
they actually printed Hitotsuko second right. That's so
Oh
funny.
yeah,
I
that's
didn't
funny.
notice
Yeah, that's a
that.
funny card.
That's really funny. Oh, they really they kind of lean on the meme a little bit. Like I
Yeah.
kind of appreciate this. It's kind of cool
you
because it's
know,
gonna breed
you,
creativity.
going to be the good part. So I saw two mono red cards from the time from Omket,
Mm,
Viashino Pyromancer and Gitu the Lava Runner. I'm
yeah,
like, oh look, mono red, go quick. I
yeah,
see this card second right. Okay, if target player has exactly 10 life, it deals 10 damage as well.
yeah. So you just need to hit for 10 and they'll be like, okay, I'm
Exactly.
good. I'm gonna kill you now for this
I'm gonna kill you now.
for cost of
Exactly.
card. Yeah,
Uh, as to the fact that a lot of these cards are good for commander,
yeah.
I kind of feel like they've been bouncing pretty well for for a standard. I feel like a lot of these powerful cards are
hmm
also just really just more utility than just straight up power. At least from what we've seen so far. There's a few exceptions.
I
That's
will.
one of the exceptions right there.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
one of the
Kaito is really
exceptions.
stupid.
Really stupid. Like it already goes up what, like 2 loyal? It's gonna go up to 5 when
Yeah,
you +1 it
yeah.
Yeah.
automatic.
You
Yeah.
plus one it and then hit someone and it's a five. It's five
Yeah, it's
immediately.
5 for 3 mana. I was like,
And
haven't we
that's at
learned from this?
minimum. That's at
Yeah, it's
minimum. You
minimum.
could have more
I agree.
creatures.
Wow, that
Uh,
-9 though.
Hmm.
yes.
It's pretty easy to
Uh,
achieve theoretically. Yeah.
I feel like this Kaido is like really strong for like a tempo deck.
Hmm.
hmm
Yep.
You
Yeah,
know,
I
a
agree.
bunch of evasive creatures. You want to draw cards with them.
Oh, sort
Uh,
of a like, mono blue weenie sort of
Yeah.
build where you have a bunch of
yeah,
flying creatures attacking. Yep. There's some
Nano
cool stuff.
War Elves with the
Obviously, Lana War Elves is like a staple at this point.
Lyra Dawnbringer.
Yeah,
there's
This was
also Giada in this
Maelstrom
yeah,
is
builder.
also pretty
So
solid.
the
Maelstrom.
entirety of angels could be a thing
Exactly.
for the next 5 years.
So now you have referential stuff like a new Niv Mizzet.
Yeah.
That Niv
hmm
Mizzet coincidentally combos with your other Niv Mizzets that are in AZ
The other
colors.
two,
Yeah,
yeah.
the other two. It combos very well with them. I will say, so seeing these type of cards, it's cool that we have negated mystical teachings too. Do you guys are you guys bothered a little bit that this set, even though like it's touted as sort of a return to form and kind of like sort of creating the baseline for standard, they still inadvertently included a bunch of commander-esque cards, not only like reprints for like reprint cards that are usually staples in commander being printed here, but just cards that are essentially created for commander. They're here too.
I think this is really good though.
Okay.
hmm
So my reasoning is a lot of people like this is gonna be here for the next 5 years.
Hmm.
One of the main reasons a lot of people start in standard and then switch to commander pretty damn quickly is because of rotation. And
Yeah.
having a long rotation set will keep a lot of these cards within that rotation,
hmm
and that can attract a bunch of commander players saying, "Oh wait, I don't have to buy like foundation cards, make my base deck be around foundation cards, and then just add supplemental cards around the rotations. That'll keep like I'm actually kind of interested in maybe even playing standard again,
Mhm.
Same here.
because I
Yeah.
could I'm actually thinking that this like the list, the amount of cards this set is gonna bring,
Yeah.
it's a pretty big set,
Yeah. It's
and
pretty big. Yeah.
I feel like there's just so many cards and so many things you can do.
Mhm.
I'm just really surprised on how well designed a lot of these things are. Ah, that's one thing I wanted to mention. I'd love to draft this set. Not
Yeah.
only would I love to draft this set, I was reading up on a bunch of cards, not only just the rares and mythics and uncommons, but a lot of the commons. This is a
Mhm.
very well designed set, and it reminds me a lot of my previous cube,
Mhm.
where a lot of these things are like it has you have some specific themes that are present. You have other themes that are not so like supported, but everything can work very cohesively with the additions just normal standard will give you. I really like this set a lot,
I mean, it
and I
would have been
really like
great
what
for
they're doing.
it would have been great for drafting if it wasn't the case that this is only like it's gonna be a set booster, not a there's not gonna do a draft booster. And I understand the little fun booster thing. Apparently, like it's very good, but the high variance of like rares you could and mythics you could get from 6 boosters,
Hmm.
or when you're drafting the amount of like rares and our mythics. Sure, people can build better decks when you're gonna play limited, but at the same time, it's gonna be a little unbalanced, a little bit. I think. I don't know.
For me, I am with JP in this case because as soon as I saw May's End being reprinted and all of the gates, I
Yeah,
was like, there you go. That's my deck. That
that's
is
the deck.
totally my standard deck. Gates.
Even
I'm gonna
even something stupid like Progenitus. Oh look, I
yeah.
attack you with my Kona. Second main phase, survival trigger. Get Progenitus out.
Yep, it's
GG.
very funny.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. This is actually for me. This is actually, and this is something that I mentioned in our TikTok. I do give like my opinion in regards to what we're going to talk about later on.
Mhm.
In regards to standard, but having foundation is good because you're going to have a wider meta game in terms of decks, and due to the fact that the decks are, obviously you'll have your top 5 decks that are the ones that are like consistently winning, but in some tournaments sometimes the random gates deck makes it to the to makes gets the win, or the a random build that somebody build that day. This helps the metagame be so wide that any deck has a possibility to win an RCQ, or your standard showdown,
Yeah.
or your FNM. So I see so much possibilities with this that it seems for me that standard will be fun once again, and it gives the opportunity as well to the players that if they do make their decks based off only foundation cards, they have a deck for 5 years, you know.
Yeah.
And the other plus side is when new sets come in, they can be like, oh, this card works with my standard deck. I'm going to try it out, swap it in and see if it works, So it's just, that's at least my T for like the meta with foundation. Any cards JP mentioned Progenitus. Here it is. Protection from everything is a huge 10/10. We have Sad Robot once again.
Sad robot.
I do want to that Sear Slicer Goblin
Yeah.
a 2 mana 2/1 that makes a 1/1 in your end step because you're gonna play a 1 drop to attack.
Yeah.
You play your 1 drop. Turn one. You play this turn two. You attack with the 1/1. You make another 1/1 on your end step. 3 creatures turn two. Not
Mm-hmm.
bad.
Not bad.
And actually, no, that's a sorry. I was about to mention like Goblin the Kicker Goblin, but I think that's just the promo, one of the promo cards.
Then besides Sad Robot, we got Sad Dragon. Um, that
Yeah.
now it's a non-common.
Oh Lord, a Shivan Dragon is an uncommon.
It should have been a common
It
fight
should have
me.
been coming.
It's
Yeah,
an
I
it's a 6 mana
agree.
5/5, right?
Yeah, it's a
Let's do it.
6 mana 5/5.
I'm looking here. There's too many cards to like name at this point. Like there's so many
Yeah,
interesting
there is.
cards.
The
We're
Temple.
Doubling
getting
Season is reprinted again.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's
we're getting
crazy.
all of these Scrylands in this
Yeah.
set.
That's gonna
all
be the
these
rare
Scrylands.
cycle. Yep, it's gonna be the
Mhm.
rare cycle. Some things to note: Homunculus Horde. It's a 4/4. It's a 4 mana 2/2. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a token that's a copy of this creature. So it's sort of like Scoot Swarm, but like less powerful, but
Yeah.
more fun.
Yeah,
There's
Um,
another Tiny Bones. People love
Yes.
Tiny Bones.
That Tiny Bones is kind of cool though. I like
Yeah.
it. It's a fair version of the what's the annoying black card?
Turgid. It's fair turn
Yeah.
grid.
It's fair, very
People
fair
might-
trade.
people may actually let you get away with this one.
Exactly, which I
Mhm.
kind of dig. I dig it. There's Unsummon, that's cool. There's a lot of like important pieces. Obviously, we saw the aforementioned negate. There's An Offer You Can't Refuse is being reprinted too.
Yeah.
Oh, and it has a good full art.
Yes, I
Oh,
know.
yeah,
I
so
we
love
it's
have
a good full art.
Gigantosaurus is being reprinted as a promo.
Gigantosaurus.
That that zombie lord is also really cool. Getting to cast something from your graveyard, not even having to need a
Mhm.
grave crawler.
Yep.
Yep.
There's a bunch of, like John said, a bunch of pieces for the gate deck. So you have the card that searches for two gates. You have the angel that gains 2 life for every gate.
Another Kai
Um,
Car. I'm
yeah.
happy about that. I like Kai Car. I'm gonna build my old Kai Car back, but I'm not gonna make this one.
Yeah.
It's
The
Holly.
we have doubling season. I think that doubling season, it doesn't matter how many times it's been reprinted, it's still going to be an expensive card.
I
So
think because
Yeah.
of this set, I might actually dip a lot this time around. Only because it's going to be in rotation for 5 years, so it's going to be readily available more often than.
Question about this set:
Yeah.
Is it going to be printed like a lot?
I feel like it has to be. It's going to
I
be
ha- I
supposedly
think
the
it has to be.
baseline for this.
Because I'm thinking like, oh yeah, perfect. This is gonna be in standard for 5 years. 3 years down the line, someone gets into Magic. Oh shit! I have to go back and spend.
You're
so
right.
much.
I hope
Like,
that's not the case. I hope they keep printing this like they did. They do
Mhm.
with the standard sets where they print it until you can't print them anymore because they're not in rotation. I assume they're gonna keep printing this for the next 5 years, so it can be available for anyone. Like you said, 3 years down the line, they want to get into standard. They buy this as a baseline. So
I like
presumably.
I like that angel, the exemplar of light.
Mhm.
Whenever you gain life, put a +1 counter, and whenever this gets a +1 counter, you draw a card.
Yeah.
Alongside stuff like Bristly Bill, and there's another leopard. It's like there's a cat that puts counters. You can start putting counters on this, draw cards.
Yep.
It triggers only once each turn, but you can, like a green-white counters deck. That sounds like a very casual strategy that might actually have some legs.
Electro duplicate. It's
So-
basically the card that steals a creature, but then you can actually flashback it too. So you have 2 copies of this.
So this is how you know that there's going to be a lot of foundation products. So one of the products that Wizard of the Coast has presented, it was presented yesterday. So they presented what's called the starter collection.
Oh
The starter collection includes the following: 387 Magic the Gathering cards and includes 26 traditional foil cards. 3 Magic the Gathering Foundation Play boosters, 90 basic lands. Of those, 10 are full art basics. So that means that you might get 2 of each color,
It's 2 of each.
14 tokens, 2 reference cards, a how to build your deck booklet, and
Mhm.
a click wheel. So you're getting contains over 350 cards. So literally, technically speaking, you're gonna get 387 like
Divide that by
base
4.
cards by 4.
Yeah, you should divide it by 4 to see how many multiple copies you're gonna get of, like, say, Llanowar. So you're gonna probably get 4 Llanowar, 4 negates. You're gonna get like a lot of the uncommons and commons that Wizards probably knows are gonna
It
be like
says
staples.
here if you divide 387 with 4,
387. That's a weird number, but sure.
yeah, 387. Yeah, I don't.
Mm,
It is a
sure.
weird
That's
number.
fine. Fine.
Um,
Okay.
so it says 96.75.
So let's say 95 cards or 96 cards are going to have 4 copies of each. So 96
Mhm.
cards are going to be here potentially, because it'd be insane for Wizards to like give you so many cards and not give you 4 copies of each. That would be
Yeah.
crazy, because we're assuming this is going to be like a sort of like a baseline for a lot of people to be able to get into the game. So my assumption has to be like you're going to get a couple of the temple lands, you're going to get again for Llanowar, like basic stuff at the uncommon and common level, maybe a few rares, maybe 1 or 2 copies of some
Oh,
rares.
wait. Oh, okay. So if people go to the website where it has the product, it
Yeah.
will show you a list of the cards that are going to be included.
Pull it up. Let's see it.
So at least, and they're divided by colors.
Okay.
So in white, it will be 39 cards. It'll bring 1 Lyra Dawnbringer,
Okay, cool.
Angel of Vitality, Ajani's Pride Mate, Charming Prince, Linden, Steadfast's Queen, Mentor of the Meek. Because I think that these are like pre-constructed decks. So it's gonna be like decks constructed. Sepulta, Regal Caracal, Cat Collector.
Stop
So
all
we're,
that.
we're back. We're back to
Yeah, we're back with
constructed
Sepulta.
standard
Yes.
decks.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Let's see what other, if there's any other rare
So
here.
it stands to reason that if it says you're gonna get 1 Lyra, but then you're gonna get the other ones are 4 copies, and then
No, these
the
are all
Lyra,
ones.
those are all ones.
Yeah, the only one that is 4 is Hinterland Sanctifier. That's from Jumpstart.
Okay, that's weird. Okay,
You get 1 Fumigate. You get Angelic Destiny, Felidar Retreat.
what's the point? Can you pull it up? Can you put it on the screen?
Yeah, sure. Give me 1 second.
And what's the point? I don't get it. Like, you would assume they're gonna give you 4 copies of each in order to have, again, like a little long box full of cards that you might swap out or be able to build new decks around. But if you're just getting like 1 copy of each, and defeats the purpose of the whole idea.
Look,
Oh my god, it is 1 copy of each. That is crazy. So they're
And
basically
then
giving you like weird
blue.
singleton decks. They're
And the thing
literally
is that
giving
this is
you-
like really random, like random
yeah,
things.
they're just giving you limited decks. This is just limited decks.
Mm-hmm.
This is a brawl deck. They gave you a brawl deck. They literally gave you a brawl deck. What's the point? Oh man, that sucks. Oh, see, there's 3 copies of Vengeful. Yeah, they probably did like a sort of weird curated. I don't know. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I think that these are like weird curated decks, like that you
Yeah.
can have. Like, oh, if I want to build, let's say, for instance, a mono red deck. So you got
Sure.
Gutter Snipe.
You got 1 gutter snipe. You want to have 4.
1 Gutter Snipe, Statly.
You want to have
You
4
wanna have
of the
4,
Dragon
exactly.
Master, whatever. You want to have 4 Gitu Lava Runners. You know what I mean? Like you have like a very, very, very basic idea of what you're gonna build. Oh my god, Dragon Fodder's in the. Oh, that's cool. They give you 4 Burst Lightning, but then they give you 1 Abrade, which Abrade arguably is gonna be more used than Burst
Exactly.
Lightning. I mean, I guess the only good thing I can think of this is that it gives you a bunch of rares and a couple of mythics, so that's kind of cool, I guess. There's a couple of rares. There's
And a
4
couple of
Llanowar,
mythics
thank God.
that
There's 4 Llanowar in that deck. See what I mean? Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
Look,
they could have
in
easily.
multicolor, there's only 29 cards.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're just laying out like all the cards by color, and that's kind of it. Like I said, it's cool that there's a bunch of rares. I guess that's nice. You basically have a chunk of the collection of foundations from this box. Now, my question is, how expensive is this box?
Let's see if it says if there's any price.
Oh, you can click on Amazon right there.
Amazon. Let's see.
Amazon's gonna let us know how expensive this is. My guess, like
57.
$57. Okay, you know
Yep.
what? Like,
List
I'm not,
price is $60.
I'm gonna pull back. I think this might actually be a cool deal. I feel like maybe because of the amount of rares and mythics.
And remember,
Um,
you get three booster packs as well. So
yeah, okay, fine. I take it back. I think it's not bad. I do wish that this would have been something to be able to have multiples of and then be able to build a deck. I mean, I would have rather have this be, say, $30 and just be filled with a bunch of
well,
draft
you can
shafts,
get
you know.
for $30, you can get the Magic the Gathering Foundation beginner box.
Okay, so is that the thing that I'm sort of like alluding to? Is the
Let me
beginner
see the
box?
beginner box. Let's see if
That
it
must
here in
be it.
Amazon it stays includes 8 jumpstart decks, 2 playmats, 2 spin downs, and 2 learn to play guides
That is not it. That's literally a for what? For how much?
for 30. Says here
30
30.99.
30.99. So $40, you get 16 jumpstart boosters? That's crazy.
You get 8 jumpstart decks.
Oh, well, that means you get 16 boosters because remember, a jumpstart deck is 2 boosters mashed together.
So let me put this in perspective for all of our viewers. If you get the starter collection, the beginner box, and a foundation bundle, it all three for 133 with 4 cents.
Which is basically what the booster box is going to be. Probably the booster box is going to be around 120, 110. Hopefully, I hope it's not that expensive
Yeah,
either.
the booster box. The only booster box that I have here is the jumpstart one that goes for 105.
Yeah, but that's not worth 105. Well, actually, that's actually Jumpstart 2025. So it's not like the usual crappy Jumpstarts. It's the one that's actually like created for Jumpstart. So it's going to include a lot of unique cards for that set. So it might be better than the average Jumpstart that we see every other set come bundled with.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's okay. Like for $60, you're getting a bunch of cards. I am upset that it's just one-ofs. But for example, see, there's Mazen.
Wow,
there's
you get Dark
Temple.
Steel Colossus.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, okay, it's not that awful. I imagine it worse, but contemplating the fact that you get a bunch of variety. Like this is honestly, it should be like Commander Foundation box because honestly, it kind of benefits you. Wait, what? Whoa, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, and Command Tower are in traditional foil and have an FDC set code. Wait. So you're telling this comes with a bro? This is for Commander players. This is not for standard players. Why the hell is there a Soul Ring and Arcane Signet in a Command Tower for a Foundation box, which is designed for new players to engage with? Can you imagine a young player? He buys this stupid box. He builds a deck with this box. He puts Soul Ring because it's like, wow, this is so much value. And he plays his freaking Friday Night Magic tournament, and he automatically
Turn 1 Soul Ring.
Exactly. Like what the hell?
Turn 1 Soul Ring, and then he has a Signet or
he's
Arcane
gonna get
Signet.
banned automatically. Like he's gonna be like, bro, you just booted out of the tournament right now. You can't use that card. This is too confusing. See, this is just for Commander players. I'm gonna buy this for me, for my Commander decks, because this is a great box for Commander players.
Oh, but look, it says here Adaptive Automaton, Gilded Lotus, Maze's End, Expedition Map, and Hedron Archive are in traditional foil. Swiftfoot Boots has a borderless art.
Bro, having a Gilded, a Mazen, an Expedition in foil, that's amazing. That's really good.
Yeah, and Maze End has a new artwork in foil.
Yeah. Okay, no, this is great for Commander players. So if you're a great Commander player, buy this. If you actually want to play Standard, I don't think you should buy this. Probably not great. Honestly, just buy the singles that you need. They're probably going to be way cheaper if you just buy the singles that you need. Those temples are going to be worth like $1, like because they're temples.
Yo, they're 9 temples in the beginner box.
No, that can't be right. There should be 10. Oh my god, there's one.
Yeah, but there's 9. 3, 6. Oh wait, I counted wrong. I counted wrong. They're 10. I counted wrong.
They mess up in a lot of ways, but they shouldn't mess up. Although they give you one of each. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, it's one of each.
But then they give you the other.
That's like a 5-cent, 25-cent card.
Exactly, John. That's why they should give you multiples of that.
They
stupid
should give
temple.
you 4, the playset.
Yes, they should give you the playset. It's just temples. I don't understand why they do this. This
They
is
even
so
give you the tap
hard.
cards, the tap lands that give you life.
And they give you 2 of each.
Yeah.
Why? Because screw you. That's why. I can't even have
And
the
then they
beefy
give you
one of
one
each
of
guild.
each guild gate.
One of each guild gate. No. Oh no. That's so crazy. I mean, like I said,
Gilgate's stronger than Life King land.
true. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Oh
That's
god.
funny.
Imagine the Baldur's Gate gates get reprinted.
Oh, that would actually, yeah. If they actually did that, that would make it a
Dude,
legit deck, like actual
that
legit.
would make it so bonkers.
Because it
I'm gonna
already
be
has
so
all the
happy.
pieces. Like you can make the same. Remember when Gates was the thing in standard for a little
It
bit?
was so
Like,
good. It was
yeah.
fun.
So I built that deck. It has all the pieces. I just checked with the list. They have everything there. So yeah, you can rebuild
They
that.
do.
Same
They
deck.
got the
Got the
removal
gold.
as well.
I think the removal was there. You got to check the red cards, but my assumption is that it has to be there. If not, you have access to all great removals, so you're not gonna have a problem with removal.
Yeah,
You can
because I know that the Angel is there and
and
Colossus, the Gate
that's it.
Colossus is
That's
there
all
as
you kind
well.
of need. Well, you do need the blue card that makes you draw when you play a gate. That would have been nice. I know it's an
Yeah.
enchantment. I'm sorry, the enchantment.
The enchantment, yeah.
Securities route.
That one they have that. That's there. Yeah. So they have the ramp. They have basically, I'd say 60, 70, 80% of it. But
There's a
it's
creature that gets +X+0.
Yeah, the goat.
Yeah.
The goat.
yeah.
Yeah, but remember they still haven't finished previewing the set.
Set.
So
But my assumption is that that's complete. So if it's not there, it probably is not in the set. Probably my assumption.
but it is it complete?
I'm-
Did they finish the previews?
Well, no, I don't think so. But in terms of that battle box, I assume that they.
Oh no, yeah, the battle box. Yeah,
But
yeah.
if it's not there, it's probably not in the set because that'd be weird not to print like those uncommons and common cards.
Let me see if in Mythic Spoiler. Okay, so Mythic Spoiler says that they have previewed 168 cards, but it's 291.
Okay, so maybe there's a chance to kind of see the ones that we're missing.
Yeah, there's probably yeah.
So in terms of like
they
that
should.
mono blue tempo deck, so Tempest Dijin, which is the 3 blue
Tempest
pips,
Digin, yeah.
yeah, +1 for each basic land. It's in the set, so again, you probably have a good shot of making a sort of tempo blue deck.
Yeah, and as well you have Tolarian Terror as well. So you
Yep.
can actually make the mono blue the deck that was in standard that you had another Jin that it was like for each instant and sorcery it
Mhm.
gets +1. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, there's this is why I say that this set is so intriguing
Yeah.
because it brings so much to the table, and it could widen up the variety of decks that can be played. You know, you can do mono white weenies with cats,
Yeah.
literally with cats. You
Can
know,
we acknowledge the full art version of Sire of the Seven Deaths, the one, the Eldrazi that has the 7 keywords? The way they kind of laid out the 7 keywords is freaking beautiful.
yeah. I have it here. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Oh, it looks.
Oh Lord, that looks
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Like because the normal version didn't look good because they spaced out everything accordingly, but then Ward had to say like Ward pays 7 life, but the way they kind of like the formatting so
First strike,
good.
Vengeance,
That's
Menace,
beautiful.
Triumphal,
Yeah.
Reach, Life. People were saying that this is probably gonna see like this might even see play in Modern.
Oh, for sure. Like it's a Tron card.
It's 7 mana Tron card. That's
Yeah.
like you're gonna destroy this. Pay 7 life.
And pays it life, exactly. It already pays for itself. It's so good. It's so good. Love that card. Great card. Thank God it's not a myth. It's not a legendary. That would have been kind of insane.
A legendary. Come
Oh,
on.
No, it's a bit too much. A bit too much.
No.
But yeah,
How about this? You play this, right? You play
Yeah.
this,
yeah,
and then you play the other dark. Ah, dang it! I forgot the name of the 11 drop, the Colossus.
the
Dark-
Colossus. Yeah, just
White
make a deck like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just make a wait, John, hear me out. Just make a Gates ramp deck, and these are your late game drops. So when you're trying to pull Mace's End, you can't. Just pull that thing. That's okay. You're gonna
Yes.
ramp faster than most other decks, probably.
Yeah, one of the other cards that is missing is Open the Gate. But even though Open the Gate is a card that it puts the land on your hand,
Mhm.
but still you can, if you're missing a color, it's a good ramp card. One of the other ramp cards that they can add if they want to make like the Gates deck a little bit faster,
Mhm.
there is a card in Boulder's Gate. It's called Navigation Orb, if I'm not mistaken, that lets you, I think it's pick up two gate cards,
Mhm.
but you play the artifact and then you have to sacrifice it, like Expedition Map,
Yeah. Cool.
you
Cool.
know. So guys,
Mhm.
we have spoken about the most highlighted cards of the set. There's a couple of bonker cards as well that, that they're new. Um, we're getting Galta again. We're getting this ridiculous creatures you control get +10/+10 and vigilance until end of turn.
Thank God,
And
it's
then
only me.
lemurs attack. God, oh God, what is that?
Yeah.
Lemurs. That's what they are.
Gamers.
Um, we are getting a couple of really nice reprints in
Okay.
all. In all, what do you guys think about Foundation?
I really like it.
Yeah. Same. I
There's
think
not
it's a
much.
good baseline. It's a good
I
baseline. We
yeah,
needed this for a while for sure.
Yeah.
yeah. It fills in the gaps needed for standard, and it sends and it does feel like it sets a good foundation for the
Aha.
for the
Ah,
for the game going forward.
I think so too. I think if they're able to keep printing this for the next 5 years, I think it's a good baseline. Like you said, potentially you could theoretically build like 80% of your deck from this and just add stuff as the years
mm-hmm,
progress, the sets come out. Um, Hopefully, my only fear is that the set, I know it's like a baseline. It's not gonna be able to create whole decks. It's gonna need other stuff. Like JP said, it's a foundation. But I just hope it doesn't get power crept in the next 2 years. You know what I mean? Like these are
mm-hmm.
fun, kind of interesting cards. I hope that Wizards kind of like they already kind of reset everything. This is the baseline. I hope, and I pray they don't start power creeping from this foundation that they have. I would like to have for them to have the weird, harmless offering and demonic pack combo thing, and just some janky players want to try it out, and they might be able to squeeze wins out of that. And I'm not saying they can't print powerful cards. I'm just saying that they have a good way to kind of like restart standard now, and hopefully these cards, instead of like going up in power level, they kind of go sideways, so they kind of keep this sort of power level that they have going on, but they just explore different design space,
Yeah,
hopefully.
yeah, I agree. I'm just excited for what's gonna happen for Standard. It actually, like I mentioned, it motivates me to play Standard because it gives me cards that I can like right now be like, okay, so these cards are already available. I can buy them for 10 cents or 15 cents, or I might have them in my bulk collection. So, it's a great way for us, especially that I am aiming for the Gates deck. I could be like, yeah, I think I have half of the cards already for the deck available now in my bulk. So it is a great way to, for a lot of players to get into standard and be able to be like, hey, the next RCQ, it has more than 100 players in your local game store. Just putting in like a crazy number out there. But it's a great motivation. Are there any last thoughts for Foundation from you guys?
It's cool. Wizards, you did a good job. Don't screw it up. Oh wait, you guys are gonna screw it up soon. We'll talk about that next time.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in the next episode. So, JP, do you have any final words?
No. I'm pretty sure Orengo got those words right.
Okay, so okay, guys. So, we're gonna go around the board. Ale, where can the people find you?
You can find me here talking about sweet, sweet, delicious, yummy, yummy cardboard, new, fresh cardboard, old, fresh cardboard, all the cardboard. You can also find me in Cinema's podcast where I talk about movies. And yeah, but more importantly, JP, where can the people find you?
You can find me here, back at Cardboard Cave. How about you, John?
Well, you guys can find me here in the Cardboard Cave podcast. Let it be in TikTok. Let it be in any of our social media. We are actually we have available now our Instagram, so you can follow us in Instagram as Cardboard Cave podcast as well. We're gonna be reposting all of our videos there, and as well, we're gonna be doing the same thing that we do on TikTok. We're gonna be posting pictures of the cards that are spoiled or previewed or whatnot. And we're going to keep you guys informed as well in Instagram. And it will piggyback on Facebook. So we're going to have much more content your way. And as well, he's not here with us, but he does have another podcast that's going live next week. Is Put It on the Table. It's a whole new podcast. There's going to be talking about tabletop games, reviews, and unboxing. And we have a great collaboration with a new board game that is going to be coming out there where he already has the videos available. And we're going to be posting them as well next week. So pay attention to all of our social media for this new content. And as well, follow me in Reel In Films. I do movie reviews, news, and interviews. So, guys, we will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.